I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded at the 2. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in 2018, the guy from Clemson in his third year, Deshaun Watson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. From the 35 on second down, Watson. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They run again with Hyde on first. Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. From just shy of midfield, Watson, and his throw is incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it. In great field position. Now a handoff handoff here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Titans! Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. On 1st down, it's Watson. Open man, the tight end Fells. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and it's a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
These two teams all tied after 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
And Walker has it. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
he wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Hyde. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw is Watson, buying time to his left. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. They run high. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Carlos Hyde with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. Mariota on 1st down. It's caught by Davis. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Mariota now. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And now out comes Houston. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make some.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. To try again after the sack. Watson dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return, Jackson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. To throw, Mariota. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. David Moore, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they have the lead in that one over the
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. On third down, Mariota. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Mariota from the gun on third down. He finds Humphreys. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Mariota. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Now, we had the fumble last week. Now, here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
We got to step it up.
first down. Mariota. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And he was plus 5 seconds there with the football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl right in our backyard, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Going deep for Hopkins. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he finds Stills, complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. From the 24, Watson escaping the pressure right. He finds Hopkins complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now Watson steps away, and this results in 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Texans have once again taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope. I like it. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Next to score, Texans 28, Titans 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So now Mariota and the Titans down 28-24, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Mariota yelling out the play call as he hustles everyone to get set. Back to throw. He gets it to Humphries. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Mariota. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Watson, eluding the pressure right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete, Stills. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. Now it's Watson, and this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Now, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part 1 of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Houston, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon.